Hello everyone, my name is ThorOfKenya, and I have the distinct pleasure of capping off the Barbie block. We're gonna go from playing these wacky Barbie games to nuking a potato. Look, I had like 4 weeks to come up with a Barbenheimer joke, and that was like the best I could get. Try to take vegetables and make a joke about the nuclear bomb. Almost impossible. Alright, so this is Spud's Adventure, and it's Monochrome Glory. We're gonna start when I do a restart my console for this game. This game has RNG elements, and I need to get on a specific seed. So yeah, roguelikes. As I do that, chat, I need some assistance. I need a number between 1 and 4. That will become very important later on. Totally important. So I'm gonna hit start when I restart in 3, 2, 1, go. I think I got it. Alright, so we're Wandering Potato. Welcome to the Vegetable Kingdom. And the princess has been kidnapped, and I had the wrong seed. One moment. This is literally pixel perfect. I think I got it now. Alright, so yeah, Wonder Potato, Vegetable Kingdom. The princess has been kidnapped, and all his king men have also been kidnapped. So we have to go save the princess and the king's men. We think, who would possibly do such a thing? Well, of course, it's the natural enemy of the vegetable, which is the devil himself. So we're gonna fight the gates of hell in order to save the kingdom. Yeah, so this game is a roguelike. It is also an action RPG. As we kill enemies, we'll get level up, and we'll actually start getting more health. That's all. We don't get any extra damage. That's about it. Each level is going to have a unique setup. Either it's going to be like a static room like this, or it's going to be a specific labyrinth. So this room in here is a labyrinth. It's completely RNG based. Thankfully, that seed that I had generated at the beginning of the game should give me an idea of where all the exits are for each maze. I've got a note beside me, so in case I go wary. If anything weird goes wrong, thankfully it hasn't in my past runs, but if it does, we're both going to be on a ride. That's the reason my estimate is a little higher than normal. So, also there's our block puzzles, there's invisible walls. Sometimes the screen will blink, so those who have photosensitivity, please look away when you see flashing black and white. It doesn't happen very often, but just gonna let y'all know. So, going to this block here. And we're going to this large room. It's got 3 stairs. I know where I'm going. Each of those stairs go to completely different branching exits. Thankfully, I think this is the shortest route that I could find. I'm sure through some tasking, you could probably find the most optimum maze to get. So you see that little dancing suite for cards? There are 4 that you can pick up. One is a spade, one is a club, one is a heart, and one is a diamond. The spade gives you a power-up. The clubs, when you collect 3, you get a 1-up. When you get a heart, you get half a heart. The diamond, I'm not going to tell you towards the end of the game. It'll be a special surprise for all of y'all. So, alright, we're going to get past these cannons, try not to take enough damage. Yeah, if y'all like this bop, you're going to be hearing it through the rest of the game. There is no change in it whatsoever. Yeah. Alright, so that number 1 through 4. So, if you chose number 2, you're correct. If you chose number 3, you're also correct. If you choose 1 and 4, you're also correct. It's illusion free choice. They all go to the same place. There's a reason for that, but that's much longer than this gameplay will allow me to explain. So we're gonna go through a couple of hallways, load a couple of things, and boom, earthquake. Funny thing, every single frame that screen shakes, RNG rolls. The way it rolls RNG is very, very strange in this game and very inconsistent. Here we go. We have more teleportation puzzles, 100%. We're gonna go to this one over here. Thankfully, a lot of the beginning rooms are all static, so I kind of know exactly where it is. There's no major changes. All right, looks like we're about to get to our first boss of the game. You tell me what the boss looks like. I can't find anything official as far as what it looks like. But according to what I'm hearing, since it's October coming up, it's a jack-o'-lantern. It's a pumpkin. So we're going to hurl ourselves at this jack-o'-lantern in order to damage. It's fine. Take it out. So put it here. All right. So now that we have destroyed it, since it's also an RPG, we get extra characters. So we found the first of the King's Men, which is Ernie Eggplant. Ernie Eggplant is going to be our most highest damage dealer for the rest of the game. Or most of the game, I should say. That'll come a little later. So Arnie, instead of like Spud, where he just shoots forward, he has a boomerang. Boomerang does about 7 damage, I think it is, when Spud's one shot only does only 1 damage. And whenever they're powered up, they only do like 3 damage. So it's very useful to have him out with your party. These guys. So yeah, there's just a bunch of puzzles. Some of them are static, some of them change. This one's a static one. So yeah, not really much else to say. Each room has their own little gimmick that you have to dodge. Thankfully, you can buffer a lot of these movements, so you can kind of dodge things in a very predictable way. Let's see, what's coming up next? Block puzzle. Already know the solution for that. We go down. So another thing that reason we use the eggplant is that these enemies, number 1, they hit hard. Number 2, they take a lot of damage. So this guy's like, hey, I'm missing my key. Can you find it in this room of darkness? So if you don't know where it's at, you have to wander around for a very long time. But thankfully, I've done this so much, I can do it with my eyes closed. Pun intended. All right, so we're going to take the left staircase. And gonna do a quick heal. And we're gonna avoid these darts. So you may say that this game rules. So the only reason it rules is because I know which each labyrinth is going to give me. If you didn't know, you'd be literally running around each level for like an hour or so. It's ridiculous. So these 6 stairs, there actually is a choice made. You do to the bottom right corner. If you don't, you're going to have a very bad time. Either they will send you to the puzzle behind the level behind you, or 2 levels behind you. It is. Yeah, that's not very good. And I took the wrong way. Let's get back to where we were. I think it's. I was discussing mechanics of the game, and I completely lost what I was doing. Let's see. I think it's. Oh, I went a little further. That's the reason my estimate's a little higher than what the actual gameplay is. Hopefully I won't take any damage here. Thankfully, when I get enough XP to level up, I'll get a full bar of health, and I'll get an extra heart up to full 4 hearts. Alright, so bunch of holes. Alright, so I just took a death. What happens when you take a death? You literally just spawn back where you were, and you back to full health. Literally almost no consequence whatsoever. Alright, so we're almost to the second boss here. And I'm gonna try to get some health, which I might be fine. So this next boss is very important. So this boss likes to teleport around in very specific ways. Or specific as it uses RNG in order to detect where it's going to be going. So as it uses RNG, it rolls the RNG seed. As it rolls the RNG seed, it changes the next levels. So I have to destroy this next boss in a very specific way. So some of my sources say this is a clown. I think it's a banana. You pick. So we're going to go here, switch to our eggplant, and then we're going to just damages, just throw the boomerang. Boomerang is very, very good. It does 2 damage at a time. And then, okay, cool. We use our keep our RNG seed. And now we get to our next character that we can play as, which will be Garrett the Carrot. The carrot we won't use a lot. There's certain levels we'll use him in. So he has a different weapon than everyone else. So Spud shoots forward. The eggplant is a boomerang. He drops bombs. Just, you know, casually just dropping bombs everywhere. So, yes, as I've called before, Garrett the Carrot from outer space. Oh, also, you want to ruin the game for you? These sprites are dirty. Alright, get some more backup here. Alright, so here is one of the modifiers that a level can have, and it's this flashing lights. Sometimes the lights are flashing, sometimes your controls are reversed. And I'm not sure how set it is per level, but it can get very annoying. But thankfully, since I know how this level works, I can just continue on. So, what's up? Yep, now our enemies are teapots, natural enemies of vegetables. So, let's see, where are we going to be at? Alright, block puzzle. Thankfully, all of them have the same solution. There's no changes. This is mostly static. Yeah, it's a RNG roguelike, way ahead of its time. It was quite an interesting game. Without this RNG seed, the person before me who tried to play it took about like an hour and a half to finish. Alright, this part's kind of scary. I need to hold my controller to the top left. If I deter or let go at any time, RNG changes. So whenever I get to like to this staircase, I walk in, RNG changes every frame. So I've done it just so it's buffered so I get the same seed every single time. It's yeah, it was a very long month and a half to get the seed exactly the way I wanted to. Yeah, it was a fun time. This game is has a very complex level system. So block here. All right, here we're gonna take the right path. Thankfully, the seed that I was able to generate at the beginning. A lot of the paths are pretty straightforward, so I think there's nothing really crazy. Here we go for more flashing lights. Very photosensitive. They look away for just a moment. And here we have a maze. Some of these mazes you won't be seeing are literally there just to waste your time. There's one that literally zigzags throughout the entire map and nothing else. Yes, some of these levels will appear before others. There's a whole complex way of the way it does it. But the ones that kind of does a lot of zigging and zagging, all that is RNG. And sometimes the stairs can be right beside you. Sometimes it'll be the other side of the level through a lot of zigzags. It's not fun. All right. So right now my controls are reversed. Get there quickly. There's cannons and there's invisible walls. Those that are, I call unique levels like this, they're all static. Thankfully, those are the very few things that are not RNG in this game, but we can get through them pretty fine. Alright, so we're going to get some health here. Take a right. Now this part can be a little tricky. Actually, I'm going to switch to carry here. So, as we're walking through these holes, trying not to fall in them, we have a boulder that's following us. Thankfully, Arnie can blow it up pretty easily. We're just gonna kite it around. Make sure I don't fall. If I fall here, it's not the end of the world. It'd just be a little off RNG. Alright, so we're about to come up to our next boss. The next boss I had to practice on a bit because its pattern is pretty tough. We can recover if we are off seed. All staircases are in the corners, so I'd have to search every single corner. Alright, so now, take a guess what this boss is. According to my notes, it's an olive. It also looks like a peanut, so take your pick. So, not only are my controls reversed now, he is very fast. So I have to hit him in a very specific pattern. So if I drop a bomb, switch characters, I can then refill my bomb. And then we'll just do this back and forth. Let's see how that does. May take a death here. Nope. Oh, okay, cool. That boss can be a little tricky. So, who is the next person that we get into our party? It is Terry Turnip, which is the girlfriend of Ernie Eggplant. Their reunion is very short because tragedy happens suddenly as the eggplant turns into a squash. And as he lies there with his dying breath, he tells Spud to take care of his girlfriend. He's dead. Completely dead. Out of our party, we can no longer use him anymore. But, thankfully, we do get a slight benefit. His girlfriend, even though doesn't do damage, he does freeze enemies. So right now, we're at level 5, I think it is, 5 or 6. We can freeze enemies in place and walk straight through them. It is very useful for some of these guys because they hit very hard. I completely missed that one for some reason. Hey guys, whenever the diamond does, you just have to wait. There's actually even a story behind the cards, the reason they're in the game. Read the manual. The manual is wild. Alright, so we're gonna... Now they're just these clones of ourselves we have to go through. Oh, and I hope you all like the soundtrack. Again, it's gonna go through the entire game. So this one is a static level. It's a little strange. It's like a big maze. These flying, I think they'll call them crab apples, are gonna come attack us. Thankfully, if I can go up. Thankfully, if I lay a bomb down, they run to it. They're about like 10 XP each, so it's pretty easy to farm to get your health all the way up. So just gonna grab her key, walk around. This guy really loves to sling your character around a large map just to zigzag and not go very far. Alright, let's see, where are we at? Alright, so go into the hallway. Remember that 1 in 4 choice? That's coming up soon. Alright, so, oh look, hey, we found the princess. Oh, that means we can finish the game, right? Nope, haha, the devil comes and steals the princess once again. But we're close. We're very, very close to saving the princess. So don't worry, we're almost there. Alright, so we're gonna go this way. Hit, that's fine. I did love that some of those enemies can go through walls and some of them can't. It makes no sense. Yep, here's our 1 in 4 choice. We chose 3. Same thing. They all go to the same place. So now we have scary faces. What these scary faces is, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly why it's involved with the dealings of the devil. I don't know. The devil, you know. I don't know. You decide. It's an interpretive game. It's very philosophical. So we're doing our flashing puzzle. Oh yes, and this game is made by Atlas. Who knew that after making a game about sentient vegetables, they would make a game about unlocking your personas by going into alternate dream worlds. Fun stuff. Alright, so I'm actually going to pick up this spade here. I'm on the right way. Hopefully we'll take any damage, because I would like to have the spade at this next boss coming up. Alright, so we're gonna go right. Alright, this part is slightly scary. So I do not want to fall in any of these holes. If I do, RNG will start to change on me. It won't be detrimental, but at least I want something to be consistent in this run. So be a little slow here. Grab the key. I'm part 2 damage here, that's fine. Alright, so I'm actually going to just grab all items here. Alright, the staircase is right above us, but I'm going to take the long way around just so I can preserve the spade. It's become very useful in the next boss. So here is okay, put the blocks in the right spot and you go forward. This place is fairly RNG, so the places where you put the blocks are different, but with the seat I'm on, I know exactly where they're at. Right here. Alright, so we're gonna go into 1, 2, 3, 4. Another teleport puzzle. And then take the second to last block puzzle of the game. Alright, now I want you to know, chat, RNG has changed. I don't know what the next level is going to be. I know in general what is happening, but alright, here we go. The final face off with the devil. We should now fling ourselves into him and save the princess. Hooray! So we're just gonna keep hammering at him. That's fine. Thankfully, you can just kind of keep your distance and not get hit. But I may take a death here. That's fine. So whenever I get the one where I can throw images of myself, that deals 3 damage. But each shot with these circles only do 1. So slow going, but we're trying to be safe. Cool. And we defeat the devil, yay! And Tron's like, hey, you defeated me. Maybe you're not so bad. And, oh no, there's actually something more powerful than the devil. Dandori fruit, of all things. Oh, quick note, guess what level we're on? I'll give you a moment to process that. Alright, so now we're in the very final level of the game. Hopefully, I can keep this upgrade. Alright, so last block puzzle of the game, if I can remember how to do it. Thankfully, you can reset the puzzle as you're doing it. Yeah, like this. Alright, we're just gonna go forward. We got a couple more rooms left, and then we'll finally be facing the last boss of the game. Alright everyone, so you know I told you I didn't know what the RNG was going to be? Well, we have something to help with that. You see this spade, see this diamond? When we pick it up, we're going to turn from a spud into a stud. So now that we're gigantic, we can literally walk over all these enemies and just keep going. Unfortunately, we don't get XP when we kill all of them, so it's just more of a invincibility star of such. So right now, as I was said, I don't know where the staircase is, so I'm going to be wandering around for just a moment to find where the staircase is. Okay, cool, right here. All right, we're going to take the right side, and then we're going to go here to the left. Alright, so, let's see. I'm actually going to farm here a bit and get full health. I just want to say, I'll just take a damage, just refill. Alright, so, one of the last things the devil told us before we killed him, he said that, hey, Spud is the only person who can destroy the fruit. So, we have to leave our friends behind and go defeat the giant evil. So, when you have vegetables you really don't like to eat, but you have to eat them, you know what the best way of eating them is? With a bunch of cheese. So, this boss is just like the first boss, but he does these giant circles of shots. But, if you keep him to the very top, he will never shoot the shots. He'll just kind of bob back and forth. So we'll just keep doing this. This takes like a minute or so to do. Unfortunately, since I took damage, I didn't have my powered up ability. He'll be done like in 20 seconds. So yeah, final boss, everyone. Just cheesing it out. We're taking revenge for the killing of our eggplant friend. Taking revenge for Terry's boyfriend. And yeah, tons of cheese here. So we should be about halfway through now. Should be getting here pretty soon. It takes a while without the power upgrade. There we go. We have finally defeated the final boss. Now we're off to the final room of the game. So the game wants you to go through this stairs, but there's secret stairs you can take. You see, you go through these walls, and look, there's another flight of stairs. But that's what the game wants you to do. There's actually another set of secret stairs that we're going to take. And there, we will go straight to the princess. If you're wondering where those other stairs go, they go to the same exact place. For some reason, they put extra stairs all hidden. It's wild. All right, so we will end once we see Eggplant and Devil's Flavolence and time. So, yep, we have saved the kingdom, saved the princess. The devil is in heaven, devil heaven. I don't know. We have saved the game. We've saved the princess, saved the kingdom, and we're just going to the outro here. I just want to say thank you all for allowing me to play this game. Thank you, Big Bad Game-A-Thon, allowed me to play on here. Strangely enough, thank you to Conception. He put out a call sometime back about playing games based upon food. Strangely enough, there's a webpage on Wikipedia about all video games based around food. So I saw this game, I tried a couple of seeds, found a strategy, and then just submitted it here. So yeah, that's it. I believe up next is going to be Jangle Storm with Tiny Toons Adventures 3. So don't go anywhere. Some great bad games coming up, and we'll pass it back to the host.